How would you describe the living conditions you grew up in?
I grew up kind of with my mom. Mom had me at a very early age, so me and my mom kind of grew up together. Long story short, you know, I have 4 other siblings, 3 brothers, three sisters, 1 baby brother, and, you know, at the age of 9, it was like, be that father figure right now. Like right now, I need you to go out right now. Like I need you to take your sisters, I need you to make sure their hair done, I need you to drop them off to the bus stop, take your baby sisters to the nursery, take your brother, I'll meet you at the bus stop to pick him up, and then you need to jog 3 miles just to get to your bus stop. That's every day. So as a kid, you're sitting there saying, is there ever a break? So once again, my push through my childhood was to take all pain that I was dealing with, and flat out forget about it through work.
Your mother was 15 years old when she became pregnant with you.
Yeah.
How painful was it for you at the time with your father never being around growing up?
That's definitely one of the deciding factors that's always pushed me to the limit.
Why has that pushed you to the limit?
Oof. Because I had this anger built inside of me that I was going to prove him wrong.
Wrong about what?
That the child you left will one day do something great. And I used to have these conversations sitting up under the light with my best friend who's here. And he used to sit there time and time and just listen to me, vent, cry, and I used to always give him these visions that I have seen at a very early age. So when I laid down at night, my prayers, sometimes I was always, why can't my father just knock on the door? Why can't he help me when I walk away from football practice hurt? What's the next thing for me to learn? So man, I tell you, I took all of that, all the way up. And now, instead of that being the story that was once behind me, I use it as a story that's in front of me. My past and the things I've been through drives me every second of my life. Every second of my life. Me being the father that I am to my kids is to make sure my kids don't ever have to relive what I went through. Because I can't ask every child to survive what I went through. I can't ask a man to go through everything I went through and still be at the top of your game. I can't ask that. And that's why my kids, when they call daddy, it's not even a hesitation. And even with the push-pull of me working in one city and they live in another city, the first free time I got, y'all coming to see me. The first time I'm coming to see you. Yeah. Only because of a memory that I remember having my clothes packed on the curve. A father, that's my best friend right now. But I had that bag packed on the curve and daddy said he was coming. Daddy never showed up. And I had to go play a football game. Still with the thought process of daddy ain't coming. So that's why, man, my story and how it happened and how things went about, I gotta share that because I don't want people, I listen to so many stories and so many men, and every time we talk, you always hear these stories about these silent cries that no one can hear but them.
What would you have most liked to have learned from your father growing up that him not being around prevented you from?
I don't think it was about what I could have learned from him more than it was about just for him to be there to take pressure off of me.
Right.
You know, I just wanted to be a kid sometimes. You know, it's the greatest, the most overwhelming feeling that I feel to this day is when any one of my sons and my daughters pick up the phone and say, Daddy, I need that. You know, I wanted that conversation too. You know, every day wasn't a good day for me growing up.
You mentioned you've since reconciled with your father. Mm-hmm. What was the thought process behind making the decision to welcome him into your life?
It took me a while to get there, you know, because I had to totally let go all of the past pains that I was carrying. For whatever reason, he wasn't there. You know, and when I let him go, man, it was like a fresh breath of air that just came through my body and just was like, it's over.
How do you let that go?
Yeah, you know what? Listening. At the age 33 years old, me and my father spent my first Father's Day ever with him. And he asked me to come take a ride with him, and I took a ride with him to meet my grandfather, who I was meeting for the first time as well, which was his father. And we took a ride from one part of North Carolina to another part of North Carolina. And it was a 6-hour drive. And I got in the passenger seat, and my father talked for 6.5 hours, and I never said a word. I just listened to everything you wanted to tell me. And after he got done, I looked at him as a man, and I said, is that all you need to tell me? He said, son, that's my story. I said, Dad, it's over then. Every moment I ever miss with you, it's over. Love me from this point on. Just love me as your son from this point on. And we'll live out whatever time we got left. And I ain't been back since. And it's made me a better father. It's made me better understanding when a child said, Daddy, I need you. They really do need you.